Mm, mm, Today I'm just a lonely man, but tomorrow I'll be a king, blessing all my subjects, cast afar and security. That's a old one right there. The whole wide world will watch me as I walk up to my throne. Knights in shining armor stand around to heed my call. That's a great one there. Who sang that, y'all? What is that, Cameo? But wait a minute, I'm still lonely. I'm still lonely. He had that high voice. I couldn't understand that high voice for guys, boy. I never could understand that. I'm a man. I'm a grown man. Oh man, y'all all right out there? I want to talk about not high voices, but I want to talk about. I'm on the beach, as you can see. Oh, it feels great down here in wherever I am. All right, it feels so good. Relationship Monday is back on the air. I'm on the beach, Annette. Come join me. Come join me. Yeah. Hey, good to see you, Dorian. Good to see you, Bullock. Collins and James and Chester and Johnson is here. Fraser, Carter is here. Yeah. Switch. I'm a man. I'm a grown man. Oh my God, today. Yeah. Today we're talking about aggressive women. What one I'm calling this? Aggressive women are unattractive. Uh-oh. Bass.
It's the show that will get you thinking, and where the topics are hot. Feel free to comment whether we agree or not, 'cause he's got something to say. Sirwalterj Jones. Sirwalterj Jones. He's got something to say. Sirwalterj Jones. Sirwalterj Jones Show.
Come on in. The water's fine. Oh, hey everybody, Sirwalterj Jones Show on the beach. How y'all is? Come on in, the water. Oh, the water is fine. The water is fine. Today we're talking about unattractiveness. Today we were supposed to go on Clubhouse actually and talk to June McClain about divorce and stuff like that. But we decided to wait because stuff just came up. Yeah. All right. This is y'all in the inbox. Y'all crazy. All right, now where am I? Oh, okay. This is this is the first part of a several part series that I'm starting, dealing with 4 women that men desire. Okay. How do you join the Clubhouse? Well, you have to have an iPhone. Number 2, you used to have to be invited in. I think they changed that. So, you just go to Clubhouse. You gotta do it on your phone, though. You gotta do it on your phone. Yeah. My name on Clubhouse is Sirwalterj Jones. Ain't but one. I think it's Sirwalterj Jones or Sirwalterj J. One of the two. I want to talk about the aggressiveness of women today and what can we do about it, or should we do anything about it at all? Well, we should, because it may affect you. Now, this show is to mostly the single man and single woman. All right, so it may not work for you who are married. All right, it may not so much work for you who are married, although if your marriage is on the rocks, you guys are going through shaky times, then this may help restore something in you, because a woman is a woman is a woman. You understand? We're talking about women today. We're talking about man another time. But it's ladies' night and your feeling is right. Something like that. All right. Let me see what I'm doing. I'm doing stuff here that I don't.
So much work for you who are married, although.
Hold on.
If you're.
Hold on. I got stuff going all over the place. Hold on. Okay. I was trying to watch me on the monitor, and it just is acting up. Okay, let me pull out my notes because this is important. The brain is divided into two hemispheres. You already know that. You learned that in biology class. All right. There's the conscious and there is the unconscious brain. And a lot of you don't know. That the way you are acting, mostly based off of your relationship or your attractiveness to a man, is not conscious. Much of it is not conscious at all. Mm-hmm. Hey, DW. Yeah, I wish I was in Orlando right now. I'm near you, though. I'm near you. You see the water? That means I'm near you. Married people were once single too and moved between the yeah, that's true. But all subjects are not for y'all, since you was single, so it may not be for y'all. But this one, depending on your relationship with your husband, it might. Good to see you, Victoria. Good to see you, Regina Nelson. I like the way she come in and she'll say, "What happened now?" Hey, Regina. Gina in. Okay. Your conscious and your subconscious, we think we know what's going on, but you don't. So, ladies, let me tell you about yourself first, and then I'm going to tell you why men don't like you being too aggressive. Okay? Now, we already know that where the conscious brain is. The conscious brain, part of the brain, is where your reason is, where your logic is. All right, where your hopes and dreams and aspirations are there, and you can acquire them in your conscious part of your brain. All right, you are awake. Now, but the unconscious brain is where the reptilian part is. And if you look at a schematic of the brain, you'll see three parts. All right, the reptilian, the humanic, the mammalic, or whatever you call it, mammalian, I think they call it that. And then there's that other portion. Well, that other portion, the unconscious is deep within the reptilic portion. It's where your instinct is. It's the part that causes animals to do things that they don't know why they're doing it, but they do it. You bring in a tiger in your house, little baby cub tiger. The cub tiger do little things, and then when it gets older, it begins to smell things, and then it wants to eat the kids. Why? You can't train a tiger, to not be, not have an instinct. All right, so that's the unconscious part. The instinct or the emotions that drive you to pass on genes to the next generation is where the unconscious brain is. And ladies, I got some news for you. That's the part of the brain where you live the most when it comes to relationships with your boo. It was a post on another page this morning that was talking about alpha females, and that is why they are single. Let's see. Oh, look here. I got to check that out. The actress. Yeah. I love to listen anyhow. I give advice every day. Maybe I can learn something. All right. Well, you're going to learn something today. You will. Since I'm married, let me run. Stay right here. Don't you go nowhere. The Smart Show is here. Blessings to you, sir. All right. I believe a lot of aggression come from abuse that I hadn't healed from. Oh, wow, Johnson. I love transparency. You know, one of the most transparent persons you can find in a man. All right, and I love that. So that's good to find out what's going on with you. Well, at least the first step to recovery, they say, is to admit that there was a problem. All right, so let's talk about the unconsciousness. Ladies, can I tell you this secret? Something you may not have ever heard before, but attraction is not conscious. Attraction is unconscious. And for those of you who disagree with me, go against what you've been seeing in public with women who always seem to attach themselves to the wild man, to the thuggish man, to the playboy man, to the boy with the bling bling in his mouth and the braids and the guy who's in jail. Why do you think so many inmates get women? They in jail writing did letters, okay, to women outside. All right, and these women I've seen on TV and on media, what have you, where women were getting married to men who were in jail, who they met through some kind of pen pal. All right, or they have access in the jail to Facebook and social media. Some of the women were telling me, I didn't know that. But some of the women were telling me that some of the inmates were reaching out to them through social media. All right. And some of these women fall in love. Why? Because it's unconscious. Can we define aggressive? I'm about to, Lynette Harris. I'm about to give you some specifics to aggressiveness. And why it's a turnoff to a lot of men. Well. Been a minute. Come on. Yeah. All right. So good to see you, Elliot Banks. All right. So you are attracted because it's unconscious. It's in your reptilian part of your brain, and you do stuff and you don't know why you're doing it. If I ask a woman, what do you like about me? We've been together maybe a few weeks, few months, I don't know. And she have built this attraction towards me. And if I ask her, what do you like about me, or what do you love about me? She's going to turn into a man. And she's going to start trying to find outward things that are surface, things that are conscious. I like the way you walk. I like the way you talk. I like your intelligence. I like the way you eat. Or I like the way you wear your suit. I like the way you play your piano. I like the way you teach. I like the way you preach. I like the way you squall. I like the way you hoop. All right. I like the way you read poetry. All right, I like this, I like that, I like all these things, and she turns into a man, because that's what a man says when your woman asks him, what do you like about me? And he start coming up with all this spatial stuff. You better know that, ladies. But let me tell you, attraction is unconscious. Women are attracted to men, and you don't know why. You think you know why, but you do not. You don't. And this is science, y'all. This is not something that I just wrote in the book and says. This is science. And some of you know it to be true because you've had some toxic relationships, and you keep asking yourself, why was I in that relationship? And then why did I do it again? Because attraction is unconscious. It may seem like it's his intellect, but if that was the case, then she'd be falling in love with every intelligent man that she meets. It's not his intelligence. It's not the suits that he wear. Those things attract men to women because we like, but women are moved by their unconscious, and that's where that emotion and that instinct is. So what a woman wanted 6,000 years ago is the same thing what a woman needs today. Attractiveness is not progressive. It does not progress over time. A woman is a woman is a woman. And it is because it's due it's because of the survival of the fittest. You are attracted to a man because it has a lot to do with your reproductive parts, and you don't know it. It's doing what it was designed to do, and you don't know it. If Faith Cannon came back, I didn't think you would ever come back. If you smile when a woman gets mad, that might make her even more upset. Well, I tell you. So that's why I've already learned something. Oh, I know of someone that married an inmate, and it didn't make no sense, did it? Truth reigns. No sense whatsoever. But this is why. Always choosing the same type of men and looks. Yep, same one. Because you are subconsciously attracted to that same thing. Thank you, Elliot Banks, for the super chat. So you're saying we like bro that wear Old Spice. Yeah. Or Brute by Fabergé. Okay. So it's the survival of the fittest. A woman needs these three things. One is equivalent to what a man needs. All right. But a woman needs a provider. She searches for it. When you ever, brothers, let me talk to you. When you hear a woman say, I don't need a man, I'm going to need you to run. I'm going to need you to run. When you hear these women, all right, and I'm not being exclusive, meaning I'm not saying that all women on the earth are like this, but the average woman who come across in this I got everything way is the woman who's trying to suppress the inner thing that's in her that's rising up, and she's trying to press it down. I don't need a man to do anything for me. The average woman who says that is lying. She wants you to believe that because she's trying to show strength. And we men ain't fooled by that. We ain't fooled by that. Okay? So what she needs a provider. She needs, and in that provider, that means she needs him to be stable. She needs him to show stability, which causes her to be attracted to. She don't even know why, but she needs stability. Not the man who's a CEO, who's a wealthy man, who's a businessman, who makes $100,000 a year. Nope, it's not. It's not just that. Stability is anything that is shows a man that he is the creature of habit, whatever he is. Every janitor that I have ever met in life had a good wife. He's a janitor. Some women say, I don't want no janitor. I want a man who blah, 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 blah. But every janitor I know had a family. Everyone. Why? Provider. And even if that provision is something chaotic or illegal, that's why a woman would chase after a man who's robbing banks or who's on the street corner selling drugs. He's a drug dealer, what have you. It's a sense of stability, and she don't know why she's attracted to that alpha. All right. The second one is a protector. She needs a protector. She needs to see that this man can protect me. He might be a brute. He might be this bully, or he just might be the man who just protects her whenever he sees a need to, or he just might be a chivalrous man. She needs that, and she's attracted to the chivalrous of a man. And the last one is she needs loyalty. She wants loyalty. She needs him to be loyal to her. And all of this is the building blocks of these neural transmitters that's been put into her at creation. Not just at her birth, but at creation. You understand? Yes, a woman needs a provider, even if she can provide for herself. There you go. Yep. I'm at a stage in my life that all I really want is companionship. Come on, Jackson. I love the transparency of the women here. So that's why my ex keep checking to see if I'm weak. Yep. Come on. she needs for his yes to be yes and his no to be no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Sherilyn, hang with me, hang with me. That's why the song Soul Provider by Michael Bolton struck such a nerve with women. Yep, it spoke to the unconscious and they didn't even know it. His stability in her hot, yep, on how, come on, that's it. There is, men know how to work into the subliminal minds of women. You bring up Michael Bolton. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring up an example, a perfect example. Marshall Fields here in Chicago did this thing every day at the same time every day. They played a song by Michael Bolton. What was the name of the song? When a man loves a woman, da 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 da. You know, I don't know lyrics. Okay? They would play that song every Wednesday around 1 o'clock. And guess what happened? They said they knew when, if the sales were low in the men's department, they would play that song. They wouldn't overdo it, but they would do it every week at a certain time. They said when they played that song on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, the underwear department sales would go up. And it wasn't because men were in this and they're buying it. The women went to the men's department and was buying drawers. Or they would go and buy lingerie. Why? And they didn't even know why they were doing it. When a man loves a woman, she's walking through Marshall Fields like, ooh, yeah. I'm trying to tell y'all, it works. And men know it. But if you don't know it, we got a problem. Good to see you, Eva Miller. Okay. All right. I'm so glad you're the first time watcher. Praise God. I'm so glad you're here. Let me see how I can reward you. Hey, hold on. There you go. You've been rewarded. Okay. Yeah. Good to see you, Priscilla. So a loyal millionaire with a concealed carry permit. That's good. Yeah. Can't keep his mind on nothing else. That's accurate. I work for Marshall Field store for men. I told y'all. Come on. I dumb on Mondays usually. But today I don't want to be dumb. A provider is more than one who, thank you, Donald Talley. That's good. A provider is more than money. I'm glad you said that because women, there are many women who are attracted to men who are poor. He have no money. He don't even have a bank account. He don't have a car. All right. But he provides for her in a way she needs or she's looking for and don't even know it. There's a type of provision that she does give him, and it's not money, because all women are not for money. They're not. If he could be in between jobs, but he's got a plan. She's attracted to the man with the plan. Good to see you, Andrea. Yes. Good to see you, Nakia. Oh, all my old friends are coming in. So good to see you. Andronicus, blessings to you. Michelle, yeah, you're late. I know. Y'all not expecting me on a Monday. I know y'all like, wait a minute. The brother's on Monday? What's going on? I'm getting back to my relationship stuff, all right? I'm getting back to that. All right, so I'm back. All right, so y'all got the three. A woman needs a provider, she needs a protector, and she needs loyalty, and she is attracted through her unconscious and not her conscious. All right, so why is it then that men find aggressive women unattractive? Well, because the thrill of the chase belongs to the man. Do you understand? The thrill of the chase belongs to the man, not the woman. And what you're doing when you try to take his job away from him, you are doing this. And when a man feels threatened that he's going to lose his testicular fortitude, he pack his bags and he's out of here. because 2 cooks in the kitchen can't survive. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's just something that is in his unconscious. He's trying to figure out why I can't be with her no more, because she's trying to be the thrill chaser. Yvonne. Yeah, he who finds a wife, not she who. Come on, Johnson. I'm trying to tell y'all. I was engaged to a man that had a plan, but did not plan for what he had planned. It left me with a sense of uncertainty that I would not be provided. Come, see, y'all better hear me. Y'all better hear me. The thrill of the chase belong. Come on, y'all better hear me. Cha, where you been? It's so good to see you. All right. So, the next day, let's say y'all had a date. Y'all went out on a date or what have you. Your first date. Okay, it was a great night, and then the next day, you start either texting or you call or what have you. That's a problem for some men. The next day contact is his game, not yours. You need to be patient. All right. The next day is his game. It's your waiting game to see if he's going to be the gentleman that he was the night before. And if that next day, if y'all went out Sunday night and Monday you don't hear from him, wait. Just wait. Tuesday come along, don't you contact him and say, why I didn't hear from you Monday? That's a problem. That's a sign to a man. Whoa, what is this? Y'all better hear me, ladies. I know you married folk, y'all went through this already, but you can help your daughters with this. The thrill of the chase belongs to the man, and the next day belongs to him as well. You understand? Next, this is number 2, because number 1 is the next day belongs to him. That's number 1. Number 2, don't be too available. Don't be too accessible. Play hard to get. It's the oldest game in the book. What happened to that game? Playing hard to get shows a man that you are valuable. Good to see you, Jules. Y'all better hear me. I'm trying to save your relationships or whatever y'all got going on. Don't make me chase you. Even Doves that come on, man. What are some reasons that she wouldn't have heard from him? Oh, that's a good question. Let me see. Hold on. How long? I wanted to read some of the other stuff here. That's right. Yeah. Updating. Yeah. Okay. My Golden Stories. Love that name, by the way. I keep telling you, YouTube has got the greatest names on earth. All right. One reason why he may not contact you the next day is he don't want to seem too pushy and excited either. He's either, my book number 6 is the man's book. All right. I talk about in that book. We'll be talking about in that book that a player is patient. A player is patient. So number 1, if he's a player, or I often say that a player and a good man is the same guy. That may seem confused to you, but it won't be. Like that movie, that show called Soap back in the 1970s. Are you confused? You won't be on this next episode of Soap. All right. A player and a good man acts the same way. That's why the good man gets confused with the player, and vice versa. The woman get all discombobulated. The girl in my book, Girl A, has the same traits as Girl C. Yeah. Have the same traits. That's why it gets confusing. All right. Lola, Girl A, the side chick, is the same girl as Phoebe. And guess what? Girl B, Bella, is the same girl as the crazy chick, Lilith. They got the same traits. But there's something different out of all of them that comes out. So the player is patient. The good man is patient. So you went out Sunday night. The good man says, I don't want to be overly too excited. I don't want her to think that I don't want her to think that I'm the player. So I'm going to just be a little patient. And contact her Tuesday, to give her some time to process the date. I really want her. I really desire her, but I don't want to come across as being that guy. So I'll wait. The player is doing the same thing, but for another reason. Do you understand? Yeah. If y'all don't hear me, you will. All right. The other reason is that he don't contact you is because the date was a disaster. There was something about you he did not like. It's something that you said, or it might be what you look like. It might be body odor. It could be the way you wear your hair. It could be your religion. It could be anything. And he won't tell you. He cannot tell you. He can't tell you. That's a slippery slope. Hard to get. May be interpreted by some men as unattainable. Oh, it is slippery slope. But which side do you want to be on, though? Because it's too many women today are playing easy to get. So these men he's got a woman over here, woman over here, woman over here, woman over here. So that's the problem. We looked at the slippery slope and decided to slip on the left side of the slope. So your grandmama told you to play hard to get. You stopped doing it. You played more easy. And guess what happened to the world? Oh, man, y'all messing me up. Yeah, these comments are cracking me up, too. Thank you, Lynette. I'm glad. DWA says, I can't help but believe that the roles have reversed. Yep, women working hard while these young men want to be home all day while playing video games. Yep, the role has changed. We got to get back to it. Just told me this very thing tonight. I'm cool with it because I told y'all, I'm getting amens in here from the women. I know I'm right, y'all. I've been in this game a long time. Don't want to come off thirsty. Yes. The little B, you late. Oh, well, you just said you're late. So, or, it was something she didn't like about him. Well, yeah, but it's more like why he didn't call. Now, maybe she established that at the table Sunday night. That's something she didn't like about him, which was the reason why, that might be the last reason why he didn't call, because she established that, I don't really like you. She might not have said out of her mouth, I don't like you. But he could probably discern that he's not liked, so he won't call her the next day. That date was a one and done. You have to understand who you are and what you want. Something serious or to play with. Come on, Johnson. Yeah, I played the hard to get for over a year. And after we started date, he seemed very uncertain about himself and the relationship. So all men are not the same. Which would you would prefer? You got to still test the waters. And if that man don't play the game with you, then he ain't the one. So sometimes women get discouraged because you played the right game, the safety game. You put on the helmet, the line of scrimmage. You're playing football. Don't play football without your helmet and protective gear. So we go on dates without our protective gear. The likelihood of you getting hurt is high. So in the dating game, put on the protective gear. And if this man walk away, that means he was not the one. These are signs that God himself has given you. So what happens is sometimes women get discouraged by saying, I played that and he wouldn't. Well, it's him, not you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? The script has been flipped because the women were deceived into thinking that's what, body language sometimes speak volumes. Come on, Michelle Carter, you preaching today, girl. Yeah. Brown, how you doing? The picking is slim when he likes what I like. Come on. Are alpha males even in the church? Yes. Alpha men are definitely in the church. I run with them every week. Yes, the abundance of women has given men more choices. Therefore, we as women must hold to our standards. I'm telling y'all, you need to play hard to get. But to what extent is where the problem is. That's the thin line there. The hard to get. How hard should you play in the game of to get? Yes, Crawford, they're looking for trophies. He's not the one. Come on, Lynette Harris, teach us. Help us teach us. Help us teach us. Help us teach this, okay? Y'all better hear me. I'm trying to save your relationship. All right, so that's number 2. Don't be too available. Don't be too accessible. Play hard to get. It shows value. If he does call you Tuesday and invite you out again, say, let me look in my calendar. I don't know. Even if in your calendar you got a date with your dog to watch Netflix, that is something in your calendar. Okay, well, let me see. Well, tomorrow's not good, man. I got something open Thursday from the hours of 8 to maybe 10 o'clock. We can do that if you like. All right? Bam. Yes, let's do that. What are you doing? You got to have control over who you are and where you are or where you on your way to. You've got to show control, and you've got to be the driver of that. Because then when the man, what he sees in you saying no, or maybe, or I'll get back to you, or let's just do it Thursday. What he's seeing value. And what are you doing? You are vetting him. You're vetting the man. If he's a good man, he will wait. If he desires me, he will come on Thursday between the hours of 8 and 10 o'clock. If he don't like that, if he can't deal with that, he ain't the one. Y'all better hear me. If y'all don't want to hear me, I'm trying to save your relationship. Okay, I got some inbox messages here. All right. Okay, do you want me to answer this on the wall, or do you want me to answer this in the inbox? Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, let me look at my calendar. That's a classic line that works every time. It works every time. The more I appear not interested, the stronger the attract. Sherry Lynn. Yes. Do not get all excited when the man call you back. Just say, "Oh yeah, I had a decent time. Yeah, I had an okay time. You wanna meet again? Okay. Can I call you? Can I call you back?" Man, listen. What is that? That is the thrill of the chase. You better hear me. In my book, I talk about my editor hated it, but she hated it. But I'm always talking about animals and National Geographic. I talked about the gazelle, I think it was in the book. I can't remember which animal I talked. I think I talked about the gazelle. I talked about the thrill of the chase and maybe the interlude. I can't remember. And I talked about the leopard who was chasing after food. And what he was doing was he was chasing after that animal that he could get. That animal was running fast. The gazelles are very fast, and that animal was chasing. All right, and then he finally caught that gazelle, and he grabbed it. And what did this animal do? This leopard, the leopard put it in his mouth, of course, and then it found the tree, and it took that gazelle up the tree. Because those animals, those tigers, those cats are very strong. All right, those leopards. And it took the gazelle. I was watching this on TV and I was amazed by it. I was like, ooh, one day I'm going to write a book about that. And he or she took the animal up the tree. And that's where he ate the gazelle, in the tree. And then they said, then they showed another leopard who was hungry and was walking around the forest floor and stumbled upon an animal that was dead. They said the animal, the leopard is hungry, and he stumbled upon an animal that was dead, a dead carcass, and he went to sniffing the dead carcass, and it's like he did this, not gonna touch it, and he walked away. And the narrator says, but the tiger, the cat, was hungry, but he still would not eat it, even though it was already prepared for him. And you know what they said? Why? And I said, Lord have mercy. This right here, I got to write a book one day. The narrator said the reason why that cat would not eat that dead carcass because it could be diseased. Number one. Number two, the cat did not kill that animal. So because the cat didn't kill the animal, it wouldn't eat it. Lord have mercy. Why is it that the animal kingdom is smarter? It used its instinct. And this is why I tell y'all, your attraction is not conscious. It's subconscious. It's inner. The instinct God put in him. So this cat did not want to touch that which was not clean. When you keep showing yourself available to men, you telling men you ain't clean. He will sniff you. He will tap that, but he will not introduce you to mama because you was a dead carcass. So what did this cat, the other cat who chased this animal, he caught it and then he killed it. And he's breathing heavy. Why he's breathing heavy? Because the thrill that I caught this. Now it's a prize. And what did he do? He takes it off of the field and takes it into the tree because why? Now it's an exclusive relationship. I'm going to eat that thing by myself. Now I'm going to protect it. You understand? Oh, y'all don't think y'all get any of this. You ain't getting it. He wouldn't touch it because it was, come on. Y'all better hear me. I'm trying to save y'all's relationship and y'all don't want to hear me. I told this guy I had to look at my calendar and he said it was all right. Yeah, come on, y'all, come on. Some men will pursue a woman who plays hard to get for months or even years, but when the chase is over, that's it. Some men will, some men won't. But that's good. But if you let the man, if you keep playing hard to get for that many years and let that man keep chasing you, and once he catch you, a lot of times that is the greatest catch. That is the greatest prize there is. And those are the relationships that can last until death do they part. Even if I am excited for the call back, I will say I'm in the middle of something and ask to call him. But come on, come on. Men really are simple creatures of habit. Yep, and I'm not even offended by that. I'm the most simple man. I'm not a simpleton, but I'm simple. Once you learn the game, you can catch the mouse. Yes, y'all helping us. Our instincts never lead us wrong. We as women need to be more that. Man, Lynette, you've been preaching on this. You've been preaching. I'm chasing after you and trying to get. What, you crazy? Yeah, they perform more kills. However, yeah, not. Oh, wait. If it was the lion, it was the female that killed. She's the hunter. Come on, truth reigns. Did you see that? Yeah, did y'all see that? Unfortunately, Satan is in full control. Your advice might help some, but Satan is desiring everyone to be immoral. My advice is going to help a lot. My advice have helped thousands. I can prove it by the book sales. It has helped thousands. So let's stick with this. First is natural, then is spirit. Yes was what? Where are we? Hard to get versus hard to attain are two different things, and women should know the difference. Yes. I got some inbox questions here. If bishops that a certain young man is your future spouse, but they show no interest, and vice versa, they barely speak, and when they do, it's awkward and confusing. What do we do with that? I got to answer that in the inbox. I'm going to answer that in the inbox. I can't answer that on the wall because the masses may not like what I have to say to that answer. Let's see. Where am I? Number 1, next day is his. Number 2, don't be available. Number 3, don't suck up to him. Disagree with the man. You need to disagree with him when you need to disagree. Disagree with him. Do not be a yes girl. Don't do it. You're too easy. You're just too cute. No. He, in his mind, he's got a couple things in his mind, ladies. All right? One thing could be he just wants sex. That's it. But the other thing is he could want a wife. He is looking for someone that he could rear children with or help you raise your children. You help him raise his. All right. So he's testing you as much as you're testing him, and you don't know that. So he's looking for someone who's got some backbone structure. Said, don't be easy like Sunday morning. Yeah. Yes. Don't suck up to him. Disagree with him. Don't be a yes girl. Yes. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why? Here's why you need to disagree with him. This is the best way to find out if the man is a narcissist. Because if he's a narcissist, it will show early. Because you disagreeing with something that is disagreeable shows you his response to what you disagree with shows you, we got a problem. And we got that problem early in the relationship. You don't want to be walking down a marriage aisle and you found out that the man is this creature. And a lot of times these men hold it in until they capture you in holy matrimony, and then you're going to wake up with an enemy one day. I didn't see it. How many women have I heard say, I didn't know that was in him. I didn't know he could do that. I didn't know he never hit me when we were dating. He never hit me and called me out of my name and called me a B when we were engaged. It wasn't until we got married. Why? That didn't just turn on in him. That was always in him. But you didn't go through the right steps. You might have shown yourself too available to him. And you didn't test the waters to find out. You got to test, like the Bible says, testing the spirit. These foul, crazy, worldly, demonic spirits, how do you test them? You test them by the word of God. So if somebody come to you with all this prophetic stuff, you grab your Bible. And you allow the Holy Spirit in you to wake up. Well, it doesn't sleep. He doesn't sleep. It should always be activated in you. The gift should always be activated in you. All right? And so when something comes your way, you've got something to test it on. You understand? The baby bottle, when we were coming up, my mama told us to put that bottle on the stove and it boiled and that milk got hot. All right? And then we shake it. All right, sometimes we put formula in there and shake it, and we didn't just put that bottle in the baby's mouth. You burn that baby's mouth. So what do? We rolled our sleeves down, and then we did what, y'all? We did what? You didn't test the bottle in your hand. I was young. I often wondered why we got to roll our sleeves down. It will be exposed. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Come on. Correct. They don't want a relationship. They want help. Take your blinders off. Ooh, y'all doing it. What Andronica is saying. It's amazing how our Christian songs can be tainted. Ooh, man. Y'all over here preaching. Oh, no. We ain't having no kids over here. I don't know about that girl right there. Yeah. What, Donna? What? Sensitive wrists. Yep. Yes. Test it on your wrist, which is come on. Tender part. Sisters, stop trying to love away red flags. Oh, that's good, Sharon. I should have had you as a special guest. All right. So that's number 3. Right? Don't suck up to him. Disagree with him when you need to disagree. Number 4. Now this one here is very vital to a great relationship. All right, y'all ready for number 4? Because I'm already done. All right. Number 4. Be a lady. Now this is going to sound like somebody's book. All right. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Be a lady, but become one of the boys. Be a lady, but become one of the boys. Can y'all tell me, what do I mean by that? Now that's when y'all are in your relationship. This is not the first date, and no. This is y'all in the relationship now. Y'all have decided this is an exclusive relationship. Be one of the boys. Can y'all tell me what you think I mean by that? I need to know. Yeah, I'm going to answer that one in the inbox about the prophecy. Okay. Can y'all tell me, ladies, what do you think I mean by that? Be one of the boys. And I'm going to tell you what I mean after you tell me what I mean. You know what I mean? Somebody. Anybody. Please tell me. And that says, yeah. I figured that book was going to come up. Think like a man. Act like a lady. Just be a cool, chill, no drama type guy chick. Although my daughter is only 4 years old, I'm taking notes. This is exactly the talk I foresee us having, and if I struggle with it, and how to. Oh, you're welcome, DW. Man, let me tell you, my daughter waited years. She waited years because she knew I didn't play. Watch a few football games. Jackson say. Amber says he has to have someone that he can be comfortable with and just hang with, being his true self. Yes. Becoming one of the boys actually enhances the relationship and demonstrates your ability to engage with him on multiple levels. Yes. Johnson, that's the answer I'm looking for. And the other answers led to your answer. They all are correct. But that right there, understand that he needs time without me. Okay. When you ignore narcissism in a person just for the sake of having someone, later on down the line, you may find it. My mother used to say, my father always called her man. She hated that. Come on, man. Yeah. Be one of the boys. Why? Because men, hear me, men value best friends. They don't just value friends. Men value their best friends. Whenever there's a need, whenever they need a shoulder to cry on, whenever they need advice, they go to their best friend. Do you hear me? And you need to be one of the boys who, if necessary, fart when he farts. I don't care how vulgar that sounds to some of you deep Christians. I don't care. If he farts, you fart. Did you? Girl, I love you. When you start doing guy things in front of him, he falls deep. That girl right there, man, that girl, oh man, where have you been? He starts saying some stuff. He started acting like the woman. He started having glistening in his eyes like a woman. When you start acting like one of the boys and do stuff in his presence and say boy stuff in his presence, he love you. He love your dirty socks. Yes, he does. Be one of the boys, but be his best friend. Boy, shut up. Men like that. Oh, they like it. Yeah, they like it. Men value best friends. Be one. Relationships are not just about romance and sex. Romance is the icing on the cake. Friends cover each other. They are loyal and they are fun. Yes. And also, best friends aren't overly emotional when they are told the truth. Nobody wants to hang around with an overly sensitive female. There's a time and place. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I said, be a lady, but you need to transform into being his boy. Some of y'all can't accept this, and this is probably why you're alone today, why you're divorced today, why you're in church looking for a right man, but you can't ascribe to this. You can't do it. Why? Because it's beneath you. This is why you're still out there, many of you. But if you can just listen to the interpretation of what I'm saying, not get caught up and so deep on the outer surface of the words, then you would understand. My mom knew how to talk to my dad. One of the most precious things I saw with George Bush Sr. and Barbara Bush is when they were walking, they were at their ranch, and there's a video of them walking, and she takes, I think he does it first. He takes his foot and he kicks her in the behind. I talk about this sometimes on my Romance in the Park. He kicked her in the behind, and then she turned around and kicked him too. I said, they best friends. They are best friends. They are abusing each other. Some of y'all go to the extra mile with abuse, calling the police. This is cute little love pats. He kicked her in the behind, and I said, oh, I love that. That was their language. Everybody can't do that. Some women may find that deplorable. Why would you kick me in the butt? That's not a man thing to do. Keep your feet on the ground. How dare you? This don't make no sense. All right, listen. Then, brother, you can't do that with that lady. But when she become one of the boys, kick her. You told Harpo to beat me. Yes, loving abuse. Oh, man, I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Ladies, just be real. Yes, men value when he can trust you with his secrets. Women should not repeat info. Lynette Harris, my biggest pet peeve, the most disturbing thing that a woman could ever do, and I talk about this again often in my walks in the park and in my book, when you go against his trust and tell other people what y'all talked about and knowing that he told you that in the utmost confidence, there's a problem. You will be absent. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but down the road, he's done with you. And trying to build that trust back up in the man is very difficult. All right? But let me tell you, as it pertains to women and men, who falls in, I'm going to ask y'all this question and I'm done. All right? Clock keeper, where am I? I'm going to ask y'all this question and then I'm done. I'm trying to stay within an hour on Mondays. Statistically, who falls in love faster, men or women? Ladies, tell me, what's the answer? And then I'll go. I remember also vividly the first time I was kicked in the butt while walking hand in hand. It builds the strongest of... When you are on a date, focus on being his friend. If he gives off sexual vibes, move on. Friendship is... The key of you walking in the park, girl. Mary Weber says, what if your man do not let you be one of the boys? Yeah. So you got some men out there. You got some men out there who falls outside of the norm. They do. All women think that men want sex. That's not true. I've got many calls from women who told me they got married and their husband did not want sex. These are men, and some of them are couples who decided to not have sex until marriage. Others are couples who did have sex while they were engaged, and then when they got married, they didn't want it. That was not his way of having sex with her, is to keep her so that he can get her into the marriage vow. All right. And then he was done. He wanted something else. He was not a touchy, feely. Some men don't like to walk down the street and hold hands. He's not lovey-dovey, blah, blah, blah. That's not his love language. These are unusual men, but they do exist. So if he don't want you to be the boy, that's fine. He's telling you, he may be telling you who he is and what he wants out of you. But typically, the average guy do want his best friend to be his woman. He do. He want his best friend to be his woman. And if you're married, you should never, man or woman, have to roll over, pick up the phone, and call your best friend. Do you hear me? If you're married and you're both in the bed, you roll over, pick up the phone to call your best friend. That's the problem. You should be married to your best friend. And if you're not, you need to find some way to get that happen. You need counseling. You need something. Something happened. I don't know. Am I saying you can have other y'all? I don't know how you can have two best friends and more. I don't know. Some of y'all got 5 best friends. All right. I didn't grow up that way. I grew up where you had only one. I have only one best friend. I just have only one. All right. So we got problems now. I'm going to y'all giving me the answer to my question. Who loves first? All right. That was a jewel. There's Nakia. You gave a jewel. You started this. You kicked off this ball game. All right, clock keeper. Let me get done. All right. I asked the question: who loves first, men or women? Jackson says women. Johnson says women. Priscilla says women. Yvonne says women. LaShonda says, I say men, but they may not show it. Okay. Before women. Okay. Who else? Nakia says women love first. And I'd like to disappoint all of you except for Nakia, I believe. Margaret got it right. Men love first. They fall in love first. Yes. Yes. Statistically, it is proven scientific that men fall in love first. What's the problem? The reason why many of you disagree with it, because you are basing his love off of his action towards you or the lack thereof. That's where your problem is. I keep telling y'all, dig into this deeper. Unconscious. Y'all keep looking at the surface of what's conscious, but you ain't looking into the unconscious. And this is why many of you women find the wrong men, or they find you, I don't know. All right, you discover these wrong men and you find yourself in these crazy situations over and over again because you don't know the makeup of the man. The man falls in love first. Why? Because in my book, I keep telling y'all, there's a little boy in all men. Yep, Sherry, they fall in love and they love harder. Why do you think if he see you with another man, he go ballistic to the point where some men will kill you and the man? He loves. Why? It's a ownership. Remember the 3 things I mentioned? All right, that's another show. But you belong to him. That is his nature. That's not something that you should take away from him. He have ownership in you. And it's like it's like somebody scratching his car. You see how crazy a man goes over you scratching his car? That's ownership. You can't take his food. You can't take his money. You can't take his woman. He go ballistic. He falls in love with those things. He falls in love with a woman first. A woman goes to a PlayStation, all right? Because the unconscious is working. She's attracted, but that don't mean she's in love with him. Hear me. Women mix attraction with being in love. It could be infatuation, but it has the same signals as the pimp or the player and the good man. Remember in my book 6, I talked about the difference between a pimp and a good man is probably $1.50. Y'all better hear me. I'm trying to help you. You better hear me. You better hear me. Let me read your stuff. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go because these shows are only 1 hour. It's just I'm trying to see if I can find a lady who, if they fall in love first, why don't they tell you? That's it. Men can't tell you that. No. Yes, they have problems verbalizing. Absolutely. Me, Tarzan, you, Jane. Jane is Tarzan's property for life. Yes. That's why I don't entertain a man that feels more. Yep. Come on. Yes. He can't tell you. For the same reason why a lot of men ain't coming to your church. He don't want to hear that you are in love with Jesus. He's the lover of my soul. Oh, he's my prince. Men don't like that kind of talk. So what does he do? He go over to Farrakhan's church. He go over to the mosque because they present Jesus as a mighty battle-like, a mighty warrior, an awesome God, a terrible God, a man of war. You trying to take that away from him. The thrill of the chase. You understand? So he got to be a man as much as he can. So he falls in love. And what does little boys do when they like a girl in school? Can y'all tell me that real quick? What do if a little boy likes a girl in school, what do? He don't tell her I like you. What do he do? Come on, Grace. I'm so glad to see you. I didn't know you was here. Huh? Y'all tell me real quick because the clock keeper, she's crazy. Can y'all tell me? When a little boy likes a girl in school, what do he do? Huh? Most men aren't taught how to be emotional. Yes, this is not someone that's, ooh, Maisha. That's it. DW, thank you. Pull her hair. Priscilla says hit you, bully you, hit you. I'm trying to tell you, pull your hair. Little boys will hit you. There's a little boy in all men. That boy don't go away. The boy does mature into a man, but the little boy attribute is still there. He suppresses that little boy, but the attributes of falling in love, the characteristics of the man turns into a boy when he falls in love, and he do boy things when he falls in love with you. So the president kicked his wife in the butt. Y'all better hear me. Y'all better hear me. You better hear me. He cannot tell you I'm in love with you because the worst thing you could do is reject him. That's the worst thing. And the men can't, women don't like rejection either. But we're talking about men right now. If you show him signs of rejection, that could literally kill his ego. And he's done. If he tell you he love you and you say, oh, thanks. Oh my God. That is the worst thing you could, if you stabbed him in the back, he would prefer that. Then he say I love you and you say, oh, thanks. Ask me how I know. I've been there. It took me a couple years when I finally was able to say I love you to a girl, and she said, "Oh, okay, thanks." And guess what? I never saw her again. Whose choice was that? Mine. I was like, I can never look her in the face ever again. I moved out of town. I got up out of town. I got the heck up out of town. Y'all hear me? So men fall in love first. He just can't tell you. But he does show you. Watch the little boy pop up. He will go to the bubblegum machine and get you $5-10 candy as a token of his love. Why? Because that's what little boys do. He'll bring you his toys. Here, you want to play with this? And you got to determine what his toys are. All men got toys. And if he gives you the toy, that might be a sign. I teach this in Sunday school to teens, please. Even Mary, yeah, that'd be good. Lucy, thank you so much for the CashApp. Yeah, we do need part 2. All right, so Mondays is relationship days. I may have to do another one this week because I got more to talk about, because I wanted to talk about the highly addictive neurochemicals that's in your brain and the purpose of what it does, the dopamine and the serotonin and what's that other thing, the oxytocin, I think they call it. All right. What parts does it play in your brain and in your body, and why these things are very important and vital to your relationship, but not just with your boyfriend, but you who are married. You have a body and you got stuff inside your body. You walk with that body, you eat with that body, you have sex with that body, you do everything with that body, but you don't know the body? That's crazy. That's why we have so many. I better not go there. I don't want the algorithms. And this is COVID season, so I don't want to talk about that. Come on, Pastor, not the bubble gum. Yeah. A gentleman used to bring me candy to church. Jackson, I'm trying to tell you, that little boy will wake up every time. The man still has to be strong and not condemn himself when a woman he is attracted to or loves rejects him. Yes, rejection can kill a man's ability to talk to a woman that that's true, J-Walk. It killed me. I walked away. I was like, that's it. I'm done. So how to respond if you don't love him, and be honest. So how to respond if you don't love him? Oh, well, there's no other way to say it other than how y'all say it. If he say, I love you, you can't say I'm in love with you too, or I love you too. You can't do it. You can't. Don't lie to him. Break his heart. Because if you say that, then you have captured a stray cat, and he will continue to come to your door every day. Tell him the truth. Say, oh, wow, this is kind of sudden. Why do you love me? Maybe then become his counselor. Oh, wow, yeah, about that love thing. Don't you think that's a little too soon? Or tell him the truth. Watch him cry, that's fine. But save yourself. Don't lie to that man. So the thing that women do is you turn into mud deer. You turn into his mother figure, and you want to nurture him, and then you say, oh, hey, I love you too. You just jacked up. You just jacked up his life and yours too. In this book, I talk about what's love got. It's a thin line between love and hate. She's girl C, D, that is Lilith, and Martin Lawrence, and what's her name? Played in that movie, and where he was on the couch trying to have sex with her, and she told him before that day, don't tell me you love me. Don't do it. It wouldn't be good for you. But he wanted the nookie. And because he wanted it so bad, he lied and said, I love you. And she did that, and she gave him her body, and guess what happened after that? Ooh, you already know what happened. You can't tell people you in love with them. You can't lie to them like that. That's serious. That's a bullet. Lynn Woodfield, yes. Oxytocin is a hormone and a neurotransmitter. It is also associated with, I can't do that. It's too early. That's next week. Too early. Too early. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I went, 15 minutes over, clock keeper? Forgive me. I won't do that next week. I love y'all. Hey, listen, hit the share button if you can. Share this with your brothers and sisters and your daughters and sons. They need to hear this. You need to save their relationship. Save it now, or the potential relationship that's coming. Save it right now. Tell them, if you got an hour and 15 minutes, well, it's going to save your life. All right. You on YouTube, go ahead and hit the share button. Subscribe to it. Turn the thumb up this way. We don't like these, but we get those. We get them. But turn it this way. Turn it nice and blue. And let's go swimming together, y'all. I love you. I got to go eat now. Peace and blessings to all y'all. This is the Sirwalterj Jones Show.
Well, goodbye. 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 Enjoy yourself. Bye. Goodbye. 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 Bye. Well, goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Fellas, does it seem like you can't get a good woman? Ladies, wonder why you can't keep a man? Then read The 4 Women That Men Desire, Volume 1, by Sirwalterj Jones to figure out how to break the cycle. Go to Amazon.com to get your copy today.